The Bernie Mac Show wasn't just another sitcom. It was a groundbreaking, hilarious, and heartfelt series that brought family, comedy, and real-life lessons together in the most unforgettable way. Starring the legendary Bernie Mac, the show followed his journey as he took in his sister's 3 kids and navigated the challenges of parenting with his own unique, no-nonsense style. But what happened to the cast after the show ended in 2006? Where are they now in 2025? In this video, we're taking a deep dive into the lives and careers of the actors who brought this beloved show to life. From major Hollywood projects to surprising career shifts, let's find out what they've been up to. When we talk about comedic legends, one name that will always stand out is Bernie Mac. As the heart and soul of The Bernie Mac Show, he brought a unique blend of humor, toughness, and heartfelt emotion to television. His larger-than-life personality, incredible comedic timing, and ability to mix laughter with life lessons made him one of the most beloved TV dads of all time. Born Bernard Jeffrey McCullough on October 5, 1950 in Chicago, Illinois, Bernie Mac was destined for greatness. Growing up in tough circumstances, he used humor as a way to cope with life's challenges. His natural comedic talent led him to pursue stand-up comedy in the 1970s and 1980s, performing in Chicago clubs before gaining national recognition. In 2001, Bernie Mac brought his unique comedic style to television with The Bernie Mac Show, a sitcom loosely based on his real life. The show followed Bernie, a famous comedian who unexpectedly has to raise his sister's 3 children, Vanessa, Jordan, and Brianna, after she enters rehab. What set The Bernie Mac Show apart was its fresh take on parenting, discipline, and tough love, with Bernie frequently breaking the fourth wall to talk directly to the audience. The show was both hilarious and heartfelt, tackling real-life family struggles in a way that felt genuine and relatable. The series was a huge success, running for 5 seasons from 2001 to 2006. Bernie Mac won several awards, including a Peabody Award, and was nominated for 2 Emmy Awards and 2 Golden Globes. The show's influence can still be seen in modern sitcoms today. Even after The Bernie Mac Show ended, Bernie continued to shine in movies with roles in Pride, 2007, and Soul Men. However, behind the scenes, he was battling sarcoidosis, a rare inflammatory disease that affects the lungs. On August 9, 2008, Bernie Mac tragically passed away at the age of 50 due to complications from pneumonia. His sudden passing was a devastating loss to the entertainment world, as he was still at the peak of his career. Even in 2025, Bernie Mac's influence is still deeply felt. His stand-up specials, movies, and The Bernie Mac Show continue to entertain and inspire fans worldwide. He paved the way for many comedians and left behind a legacy of laughter and wisdom that will never be forgotten. His wife, Rhonda McCullough, has kept his memory alive through the Bernie Mac Foundation, which raises awareness for sarcoidosis research. Fans continue to celebrate his life and contributions, proving that true legends never fade. Bernie Mac may be gone, but his impact on comedy and television will last forever. Stay tuned as we continue to explore the cast of The Bernie Mac Show and where their journeys have taken them over the years. When we think about The Bernie Mac Show, one of the most unforgettable characters is Jordan Tompkins, the nerdy, mischievous, and often anxious nephew of Bernie Mac. Played by the talented Jeremy Suarez, Jordan was the ultimate troublemaker. Whether it was his constant whining, his hilarious asthma attacks, or his endless attempts to outsmart Uncle Bernie, which never worked. His character provided some of the show's funniest and most relatable moments, making him a fan favorite. But what happened to Jeremy Suarez after The Bernie Mac Show ended? Where is he now in 2025? Let's take a look at his journey. Jeremy Suarez's early life and career beginnings. Jeremy Suarez was born on July 6, 1990, in Burbank, California. Unlike his on-screen character, who was often scared and insecure, the real-life Jeremy was confident and talented from a young age. Before landing his iconic role as Jordan Tompkins, Jeremy had already started making a name for himself in Hollywood. One of his earliest roles was playing Tyson Tidwell, Cuba Gooding Jr.'s son, in the hit movie Jerry Maguire. Even at just 6 years old, his talent was undeniable. From there, he made guest appearances on popular TV shows like Sister, Sister, Chicago Hope, and The Wayans Bros. However, it was in 2001 that he got his big break, starring as Jordan in The Bernie Mac Show. The Bernie Mac Show, the role that made him famous for 5 seasons, Jeremy Suarez played Jordan Tompkins, the whiny but lovable nephew of Bernie Mac. Jordan was the exact opposite of Bernie. While Bernie was tough, confident, and fearless, Jordan was timid, nerdy, and always looking for a way to avoid trouble. Whether he was getting pranked by Uncle Bernie, fighting with his sister Vanessa, or dealing with his asthma, Jordan's reactions made him one of the funniest characters on the show. His dynamic with Bernie Mac was comedy gold, and their back-and-forth banter was a highlight of the series. Thanks to his performance, Jeremy received critical acclaim and even earned nominations for NAACP Image Awards. However, when The Bernie Mac Show ended in 2006, many fans wondered what happened to him next. Jeremy Suarez's career after The Bernie Mac Show. After the show, Jeremy Suarez continued acting but shifted more toward voice work and independent films. One of his most notable roles was in Disney's animated film Brother Bear, 2003, where he voiced Coda, the energetic and talkative young bear. His voice acting skills were widely praised, and he even reprised the role in Brother Bear 2. In the late 2000s and early 2010s, he made guest appearances in TV shows like King of the Hill and The Cleveland Show, and even appeared in movies like Extreme Movie and Zambezia. However, after a few years, his on-screen appearances became less frequent. Unlike some child actors who struggle with fame, Jeremy chose a different path, focusing on voice work, family life, and creative projects outside of Hollywood. As of 2025, Jeremy Suarez is still around but has kept a relatively low profile compared to his early fame. He's known to be active on social media and occasionally makes appearances at fan conventions and Bernie Mac tribute events. He has also expressed an interest in directing and producing, stepping behind the camera rather than being in front of it. While he hasn't been in many major Hollywood productions recently, his legacy as Jordan Tompkins lives on, with The Bernie Mac Show still streaming and gaining new fans every year. Jeremy has spoken about how grateful he is for his time on The Bernie Mac Show and how much he learned from working with Bernie Mac himself. The legendary comedian was not just a co-star, but a mentor to him, teaching him valuable lessons about life and the entertainment industry. Even though Jeremy Suarez isn't in the Hollywood spotlight as much as he once was, his role as Jordan Tompkins will always be remembered. He played a huge part in making The Bernie Mac Show one of the funniest and most beloved sitcoms of the early 2000s. Fans still rewatch the show, laugh at Jordan's over-the-top reactions, and appreciate the chemistry between him and Bernie Mac. His work in animation has also left a lasting mark, with Brother Bear still being a favorite for many. While we don't know if Jeremy will return to TV or film in a big way, one thing is certain: his contributions to entertainment will never be forgotten. Dickie D. Davis was born on April 17, 1996, in Culver City, California. At just 5 years old, she landed the role of Brianna Tompkins, making her one of the youngest cast members on The Bernie Mac Show. Despite her young age, she quickly became a fan favorite thanks to her natural acting talent and adorable on-screen presence. For 5 seasons, Dee Davis played Brianna Baby Girl Tompkins, the youngest of the 3 kids Bernie Mac takes in. While Vanessa and Jordan often got into trouble, Baby Girl was Bernie's soft spot, his angel, as he called her. Her cute smile, innocent questions, and occasional tantrums made her one of the most relatable child characters on TV. Whether she was playing Tea Party, manipulating Uncle Bernie with her puppy dog eyes, or standing up to her older siblings, she brought warmth and humor to the show. Her chemistry with Bernie Mac was priceless, creating some of the show's most heartfelt and hilarious moments. Fans loved watching Bernie, the tough and no-nonsense comedian, completely melt whenever Baby Girl was around. Her role earned her critical acclaim, and she even won a Young Artist Award for Best Performance in a TV comedy series. But what happened after The Bernie Mac Show ended? Unlike some child actors who immediately transitioned to other roles, Dee stepped away from Hollywood after The Bernie Mac Show ended in 2006. While her co-stars continued working in film and television, she chose to focus on her education and personal life. Over the years, She made a few guest appearances in shows like Strong Medicine and ER, but she didn't pursue a full-time acting career. Instead, she focused on school and growing up outside of the spotlight. By the time she reached her late teens, D.D had completely disappeared from Hollywood, leading fans to wonder, what happened to baby girl? As of 2025, D.D Davis hasn't returned to acting full-time, but she's been active on social media, where she shares updates about her life. She surprised fans in 2017 when she announced that she had become a mother, welcoming her first child at the age of 21. Since then, she has focused on family life, raising her child, and exploring different career opportunities outside of acting. Although she has stayed away from Hollywood, she occasionally connects with fans, reminiscing about her time on The Bernie Mac Show. She has also appeared in a few reunion interviews, talking about what it was like working with Bernie Mac and the impact the show had on her life. Even though D.D. Davis is no longer in the entertainment industry, her legacy as baby girl lives on. Fans still rewatch The Bernie Mac Show and remember her as the adorable, funny, and lovable youngest Tompkins sibling. Her chemistry with Bernie Mac remains one of the most memorable parts of the show, and many fans still quote some of her cutest and funniest moments. While it's unclear if she will ever return to acting, her contributions to the show will never be forgotten. She played a major role in making The Bernie Mac Show a success, and her performances continue to bring joy to new generations of fans. From child star to devoted mother, D.D. Davis has taken a very different path from many former child actors. While she stepped away from the spotlight, her role as baby girl remains iconic. Fans still adore her, and she will always be remembered as the adorable niece who softened Bernie Mac's heart. Would you like to see Dee Dee return to acting? Let us know in the comments. When you think about The Bernie Mac Show, one of the most underrated yet crucial characters was Wanda McCullough, Bernie's loving, supportive, and stylish wife. Played by the talented Kelita Smith, Wanda was the perfect balance to Bernie's tough love parenting style. She was smart, caring, and independent, yet often left Bernie to handle the chaos with the kids, giving us some of the funniest moments in the show. But what happened to Kelita Smith after The Bernie Mac Show ended? Where is she now in 2025? Let's take a look at her incredible journey. Kelita Smith was born on January 15, 1969, in Chicago, Illinois, the same city as Bernie Mac himself. She originally started her career as a model, but her passion for performing led her to pursue acting in the early 1990s. She made her TV debut with guest roles on popular sitcoms like In Living Color, Martin, The Jamie Foxx Show, and Malcolm and Eddie. Her comedic timing and confident presence made her a natural fit for sitcoms, and she quickly became a well-known face in television. Her big break came in 2001, when she was cast as Wanda McCullough, the devoted wife of Bernie Mac on The Bernie Mac Show. The Bernie Mac Show, the role that made her famous. For 5 seasons, Kelita Smith played Wanda McCullough, Bernie Mac's wife and partner in raising his sister's 3 children. While Bernie handled the tough parenting decisions, Wanda was often the voice of reason, offering emotional support but also stepping back when things got too chaotic. Her chemistry with Bernie Mac was effortless, and she gave a refreshing portrayal of a strong, successful Black woman who was both loving and independent. Unlike many TV wives who were written as nagging or overbearing, Wanda had a laid-back yet stylish presence, balancing humor with heart. Her performance was highly praised, earning her multiple NAACP Image Award nominations. But what happened after The Bernie Mac Show ended? After the show's final season in 2006, Kelita Smith continued to thrive in both television and film. She appeared in guest roles on several hit shows, including The First Family, The Game, House of Pain, and Sharknado 3. However, her next major role came in 2014, when she was cast as Lieutenant Roberta Warren in the sci-fi series Z Nation. The show, which ran for 5 seasons, 2014 to 2018, was a unique take on the zombie apocalypse genre, and Kelita's performance as a strong and fearless leader won her a whole new generation of fans. She also expanded into film, starring in movies like Imperial Dreams, The Man in 3B, and Influence. Beyond acting, she has been involved in philanthropy and advocacy, often using her platform to empower young women and promote diversity in Hollywood. As of 2025, Kelita Smith is still active in Hollywood, taking on new roles in television, film, and even theater. She remains a beloved actress, known for her ability to mix comedy, drama, and action effortlessly. She has expressed deep love and gratitude for her time on The Bernie Mac Show, often speaking in interviews about how much she cherished working with Bernie Mac. She has also participated in tributes to his legacy, keeping his memory alive in the entertainment industry. Fans still recognize her as Wanda McCullough, and her portrayal of Bernie's wife remains one of her most iconic roles. From sitcom star to action hero, Kelita Smith has built an impressive career that spans decades. Whether she's making audiences laugh, leading a zombie-fighting team, or advocating for diversity in Hollywood, she has proven that she is more than just a TV wife. She's a powerhouse talent. Her role in The Bernie Mac Show helped redefine the strong, independent Black woman on television, and her impact on the industry continues to grow. Would you like to see Kelita return in a sitcom revival? Let us know in the comments. When we think about The Bernie Mac Show, one of the most memorable and relatable characters was Vanessa Tompkins, Bernie's strong-willed and often rebellious niece. Played by the incredibly talented Camille Winbush, Vanessa was the big sister who constantly tested Bernie's patience with her teenage attitude and sharp comebacks. Whether she was rolling her eyes at Bernie's rules or navigating the ups and downs of adolescence, Vanessa was a character that fans either related to or were glad they didn't have to raise. But what happened to Camille Winbush after The Bernie Mac Show ended? Where is she now in 2025? Let's take a look at her journey. Camille Winbush was born on February 9, 1990, in Culver City, California. She started acting at a very young age, landing her first role at just 4 years old. Before she became Vanessa Tompkins, Camille was already making waves in Hollywood with guest appearances on popular shows like Seventh Heaven, Hangin' with Mr. Cooper, NYPD Blue, and Ghost Dog: The Way of the Samurai. Her talent didn't go unnoticed, and in 2001, at just 11 years old, she landed the role that would make her a household name. Vanessa on The Bernie Mac Show, The Bernie Mac Show, the role that made her famous. For 5 seasons, Camille Winbush played Vanessa Tompkins, the eldest of Bernie's 3 nieces and nephews. She was smart, headstrong, and always pushing back against Bernie's strict parenting style. As a teenager, Vanessa wanted independence, but Bernie wasn't about to let that happen without a fight. Their hilarious battles over curfews, dating, and school made for some of the show's funniest moments. Fans loved her witty comebacks, her iconic eye rolls, and the way she challenged Bernie at every turn. Camille's performance earned her 3 NAACP Image Awards for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series, making her one of the most recognized young Black actresses of the early 2000s. But what happened after the show ended? After The Bernie Mac Show wrapped up in 2006, Camille Winbush continued acting but also explored other passions. She took on guest roles in shows like Criminal Minds, Grey's Anatomy, and The Secret Life of the American Teenager. From 2008 to 2013, she played Lauren Tracy on The Secret Life of the American Teenager, gaining a new fan base. Beyond acting, Camille also pursued a career in music. She recorded songs for Disney, showing off her incredible singing voice, and even ran her own business, a dessert shop specializing in ice cream and baked goods. While she wasn't always in the spotlight, Camille stayed active in Hollywood, making select appearances in TV shows and movies. Where is Camille Winbush now in 2025? As of 2025, Camille Winbush is still acting, singing, and creating content. She has a strong presence on social media, where she connects with fans, shares updates about her life, and advocates for mental health and self-care. She has spoken openly about the challenges of growing up in the public eye, but she remains proud of her work on The Bernie Mac Show and often reflects on how much she learned from Bernie Mac himself. In recent years, Camille has been part of reunion interviews, celebrating the legacy of The Bernie Mac Show and the impact it had on audiences worldwide. She has also expanded into entrepreneurship, exploring fashion, beauty, and digital content creation. While she hasn't taken on as many major TV roles in recent years, fans are always hoping for a big comeback. Camille Winbush's role as Vanessa Tompkins remains one of the most iconic teenage characters in TV history. She perfectly captured the struggles of growing up, balancing attitude with vulnerability, and giving us some of the most quotable moments from the show. Her work in acting, music, and business proves that she is much more than just a former child star. She's a multi-talented powerhouse. Would you like to see Camille return to TV in a major role? Let us know in the comments. When we talk about the Bernie Mac show, we can't forget some of the hilarious supporting characters that made the show even more entertaining. One of those standout characters was WB, Bernie Mac's friend and co-worker, played by the incredibly funny Reginald Ballard. With his deep voice, laid-back attitude, and witty one-liners, WB brought an extra layer of comedy to the show, often serving as Bernie's workplace confidant and occasional troublemaker. But what happened to Reginald Ballard after the show ended? Where is he now in 2025? Let's take a look at his journey. Reginald Ballard was born on October 13, 1965, in Galveston, Texas. Before stepping into the world of comedy and acting, he was actually an athlete, playing college football at the University of Missouri. But his passion for entertainment led him to Hollywood, where he started pursuing a career in acting. His breakthrough came in the 1990s when he landed the role of Brewman on Martin, the classic sitcom starring Martin Lawrence. As Brewman from The Fifth Flow, he became one of the show's most iconic recurring characters. Famous for sneaking into Martin's apartment, eating his food, and delivering lines in his signature slow, laid-back style. After Martin, Reginald Ballard continued acting in various TV shows and films before landing a role on The Bernie Mac Show. On The Bernie Mac Show, Reginald Ballard played WB, one of Bernie Mac's co-workers and friends. While Bernie was the headliner of his comedy gigs, WB was the hilarious sidekick, always making sarcastic comments, offering bad advice, or simply adding to the workplace chaos. His character wasn't as prominently featured as the main cast, but whenever he appeared, he brought big laughs. WB gave Bernie someone to bounce his frustrations off of, whether it was about raising the kids or dealing with Hollywood's pressures. His natural comedic timing and chemistry with Bernie Mac made him a fan favorite, and audiences loved seeing his funny facial expressions, exaggerated reactions, and smooth-talking ways. But what happened after the Bernie Mac show ended? After the show wrapped up in 2006, Reginald Ballard remained very active in comedy and television. However, his biggest passion was stand-up comedy. Over the years, he has traveled across the U.S., performing in comedy clubs, theaters, and major festivals. His stand-up routines focus on hilarious real-life experiences, observational humor, and reflections on his career in Hollywood. He also expanded into film, taking on roles in independent movies and comedy projects while staying connected to the entertainment world. Where is Reginald Ballard now in 2025? As of 2025, Reginald Ballard is still going strong in the world of comedy and acting. While he hasn't taken on as many big TV roles in recent years, he continues to be a highly respected stand-up comedian. He frequently tours across the country, performing for live audiences and sharing behind-the-scenes stories from his time on Martin and The Bernie Mac Show. In addition to comedy, he has also been involved in motivational speaking, using his experiences to inspire young performers and talk about his journey from college football to Hollywood success. Although he may not be a household name like some of his co-stars, Reginald Ballard has carved out a lasting legacy in comedy, proving that sometimes the best laughs come from the side characters who steal the scene. From Brewman on Martin to WB on The Bernie Mac Show, Reginald Ballard has brought laughter to millions. His unique comedic style, unforgettable delivery, and hilarious on-screen presence have made him a beloved figure in Black sitcom history. Even though he may not be as visible on TV today, he remains an active force in the comedy world, keeping audiences entertained one joke at a time. Would you love to see him return to TV? Let us know in the comments. The Bernie Mac Show left a lasting impact on television and remains a classic for fans around the world. Though we sadly lost Bernie Mac in 2008, his legacy lives on through his incredible work, unforgettable comedy, and the talented cast who helped bring his vision to life. From rising stars to established actors, each cast member has taken a different path since the show ended, but they all played a role in making The Bernie Mac Show a timeless favorite. Which character was your favorite, and which cast member's journey surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Then and Now videos.